We're keeping up with the petroleum ministry, and I'm joined by Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, or Hanneke Lokobere. Thank you so much for staying the course of the program. There are now new regulations requiring all producers to sell crude oil to local refineries, right? And I believe it's aimed at reducing our dependence on imported refined products. So earlier this year, we heard that NURPC actually mandated oil producers to supply about 480,000 barrels per day for the first 6 months of this year. How well is that going?
Well, I think I don't have the details, and it's not good to mislead Nigerians. So I think it will be more imperative for NUPRC, to give the details of, how that is going. But it's a legal obligation we have as a country. I stated in the PIA that, local refineries have obligation to be supplied, the crude oil that they need for local refining. But my candid opinion is that the solution to all these problems is ramping up production. If we ramp up production, we'll be able to meet our local demand and also our own global demand. Some of these crude oil produced today may already have existing contracts. Some of them have even been pre-sold. And so if we do not implement this thing in a very strategic manner, it will cause more problem. It will lead to contract breaches, and then that will create more problems. That is why my focus is to ensure that we increase production, and that was why, if you remember, from when I came in August, on a sustainable basis, we're increasing production until this shutdown, was experienced for the purpose of maintenance, and that is why we came down a little bit. But I can assure you that in the next few days we'll ramp up, and we'll continue to increase our production. And like I said, one of the ways to do that is to ensure that every available well
is working.
is working.
So they say, well, one thing quite a number of people are excited about is that these payments for crude oil to domestic refiners can now be done in Naira. But they say, according to the regulation, it is Naira, dollars, or a combination of both. So I'm wondering, why the option of dollars?
Yeah, but you see, dollar is the global currency for the crude oil market. If you, Google the price of crude oil in the international market, it is in dollars. Even if you have to pay in Naira, you have to, use the INE window, which is the equivalent of the dollar rate. And so it doesn't make any changes. Assuming, you want to buy crude from any marginal field operator or any of the operators in Nigeria, and you have dollars in your account, it doesn't stop anything. It doesn't stop you from paying in dollars. But if you want to pay in Naira, it is discretionary. It is better that you make it discretionary, so that if you have Naira, you pay. If you have dollars, you pay.
So, but there are about 25 licensed modular refineries. And according to the operators, they are saying that they are increasingly finding it difficult to purchase crude oil due to the foreign exchange crisis in the country. So do you think this will help them in any way if they have to pay Naira? Because they specifically make that demand from the federal government.
Yes, but I've had occasion to engage, the modular refinery owners. I've also brought them together with those who are also producing crude oil. And the point of this agreement is that instead of the modular refinery owners to pay the exchange rate based on the INE window, they want to pay based on the federal government official rates. And they're saying no. Some of the crude oil, producers are saying that, look, we have foreign obligations. We will sell to you. You pay me in Naira, but you must pay me on the prevailing INE window rate, not what CBN official rate could be. That has been the point of this agreement. So whether, we like it or not, this is business. There's a limit to which federal government can interfere in businesses. This is a free capital, a free market economy. And so we will continue to bring them together. We'll continue to encourage them to do business, to buy their crude at feedstock for their modular refineries based on the import and export window exchange rate.
Is it clear now the specific quantity of crude oil each refinery is required to procure?
Well, I don't know, as I sit here, I don't know the capacity of each of those 25 modular refineries.
Well, the functioning ones, because not all of them are functioning.
Not all of them are functioning, but the ones that are even functioning, I do not know the capacities of each of them. But the point is that crude is available for them, But the disagreement has always been, what rate did I pay? Should I pay the official CBN exchange rate, or I pay the prevailing I&E window rate? Once they agree to pay the I&E window rate, I believe that crude will be available at feedstock for those modular refineries.
So we're entering the 8th or 9th month of this administration. I'm not sure I'm getting the counter right now, but it's
this is the 11th month of this.
Oh, this is 11th month.
Yes.
It's almost time, you guys have already almost done 1 year. How soon do you see Nigeria significantly end fuel importation? Will it happen in the lifetime of this administration?
Of course. By the time we finish the Port Harcourt refinery rehabilitation, by the time we finish the Warri refinery rehabilitation, by the time we finish the Kaduna one, which all will be completed this year, with the number of modular refineries that we have, with Dangote refinery already on stream, I believe that we're successfully going to end fuel importation. And when I was in Davos, Switzerland, for the World Economic Forum, I engaged several, industry players, and they said, look, if you refine your products in country, there is 18 times more value addition, which is true.
Yeah, but it's just that the NNPCL CEO mid last year did mention that local refining would not significantly reduce the price of fuel across the country post subsidy. He mentioned specifically that the reduction would be in the range of 20 to 30 naira. So many Nigerians are wondering, what are the benefits then? We thought this is the game changer.
No. It will be a game changer, in my opinion, and it's entitled to its own opinion. The way you and I should analyze this thing is that, look, if you refine in country, you're going to save the costs of transportation, you're going to save the cost of clearing your petroleum products at the seaport, all the taxes involved, all the clearance fees involved are all wiped off. So certainly, if you take out that cost, certainly price of crude or price of refined products will be lower than the way it is today.
Honorable Minister, we're running out of time. Nigerians want you to respond to the recent revelation that this administration has started paying subsidy on petrol and that it's even paying more now than before.
No, I don't want to, delve into that issue. It's a very sensitive issue. It's better we get all the facts before, we go public. As far as I'm concerned, the president removed subsidy, and it remains removed till today.
Sometime in August.
Anybody is saying that, subsidy is being paid, they left for the person to bring the facts, and then we'll talk about them.
Sometime in August last year, it was reported that President Tinubu was considering a temporary subsidy removal. Is that true?
Not aware of that.
So are you saying that the price we pay for petrol now is determined by market forces?
Well, it may not be determined by market forces, but let us, deal with today. Let us deal with the price as it is today. Every government has a duty to, do certain things, not only in the petroleum sector, but in several other sectors, to be able to cushion the effect, the burden on Nigerians.
How well are we doing with curbing oil theft? Recently, some, CSOs raised concerns about, giving ex-militants the responsibility of safeguarding oil pipelines. What are your thoughts in that?
Yeah, but ex-militants alone are not the people safeguarding oil pipelines. If you don't find jobs for them, there will be more problem. And this civil and surveillance contract was awarded before I became minister. As we came, NNPC, has continued with the contract. And I believe that it's not just peculiar to Nigeria. It is done in some. If you go to South Africa today, you have civil and security people, providing security. But the civilian security or the ex-militants are not doing this alone. They are doing that in collaboration with the security agencies. And because 90% of the oil is produced along the coastline or in the mangrove area of the Niger Delta. And so you need to work with these people who provide the requisite intelligence, who will be able to curb, this issue of pipeline vandalization and then crude oil theft. And I think it has been, brought down under considerable control, and that is why you're even having the figures that you are having today.
So you're saying that we have done better?
We've done better.
In curbing oil theft?
Yes.
In the past?
It's not that we are not where we ought to be, but we are much better than where we met when we came in. Like I told you, when I came in, we're doing about little less than 1 million barrels. Now, on a sustainable basis, we're going minus condensate. We're doing up to 1.4 something. If I had condensate, we're already doing 1.7 plus. All that was as a result of the successes of the teamwork between the civilian security and then the Nigerian armed forces and civil defense. And that is why you are getting, this success. And we want to build on that. We are not where we want to be, but I think that it's much better than where we met it.
It's a good place to leave it. Hopefully you will come again, and then we'll continue this conversation. I've been speaking with Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Heineken Lokobere. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
That's our show today, everyone. You can watch it again at midnight and at 6 a.m. tomorrow. The conversation continues tomorrow. I am Nifemi Oguntoye.